Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 now. Tundra versus Evil Geniuses. And folks, we're coming into this one. We're getting the change up again. We're getting the Doom back on the offlane for EG. Because he'll get his hands on the Terrorblade, something that he's been evidently very comfortable on in many, many previous series and previous games. Have they got a better shot this time round, or is there something about what Tundra's managed to do that leaves you scared for EG again?
I mean, EG's is much easier to execute. Last time they had to have like perfect execution, and honestly, I think Chris was still asleep last game or something. Not too sure what happened. So let's see if he wakes up for this game. Their draft, it's clean. It has tons of aggressive potential. It has a TB versus a Lycan, a TB versus a Batten. In theory, he can have a good setup. However, Tundra, they've gone for something a bit outside the box. If Zeus is able to survive, if he's able to stay alive constantly versus this TB, he has the answers. But let's see if that's the case, because he's playing versus Bat Disruptor.
Yeah. And it's sort of like this, seeing the river, if we get some early action, trying to go for 33. Now get the glimpse back. And the sticky napalm stacking up. They'll get him. Yeah, they were trying to set up, I believe, for Chris to get that first blood. But Varmus coming with the Dragon Tail onto him. It will go the way of Pakaz.
Yeah, Tundra's gone very outside the box. I mean, the heroes look normal and stuff like that, kinda, but then you see this DK support and it's a bit of a question. Maybe they have a concept of just having him use the stun and the breathe fire and the TB a lot and just not really scaling, so the TB reflection isn't like the super ownage kind of stuff. But yeah, they're gonna have to do something kind of crazy because EG's, it looks very comfortable for them.
Do you think this was sort of the plan all along with the DK support, or was there a reason why they didn't want to have the DK as a core this game?
I mean, what Jenkins was saying, right? The TB, as soon as that comes out, maybe they're just like, okay, we need to flip the switch a little bit, but maybe they did just want to throw a wrench into the plans there of EG. Just wanted to switch things up and get the Zeus last pick to counter the TB constantly. That's interesting. Because the Zeus, it's not even just versus the TB, it's the matchup versus the Batrider. It's very good in the lane. Like, the Zeus just chills. He can pretty much never get killed unless he makes like a huge mistake. He has great base damage. He's just going to be fed one charges. So yeah, it's an interesting approach here from Tundra, this time trying to trip up EG. And honestly, EG, in particular, Chris, he was, he struggled a lot in that last game. Those 2 deaths really just destroyed his game, and Pakaz was non-existent. Thankfully, we get Pakaz on a normal hero, but he is definitely addressed in a way. They have a lot of damage reduction. That's always something I like to look at when I see these TBs. There's Breathe Fire and there's Lycan Howl. So, I mean, Tundra, they definitely have some type of response here. It's just, can they execute it? Because DK support's definitely a bit wonky.
Pakaz trying to do as much damage as he can here with his first round of the meta. Force back 33 and Aramis away from the wave. Now, do you think it ended up being a good game for the carry Batten for Skeeter?
I mean, there's definitely some things that he has to be concerned about, right? Versus this TB, you just get reflectioned and you're just going to, if you don't have shield for yourself, you're just going to beat yourself and silence yourself. It can be pretty annoying.
It's all about time.
But if he's grouped up with his team, if they do get a bit of a timing and he's protecting allies with shield and stuff like that, it can be interesting. Just, yeah, there's a lot of silences, a lot of different things of control.
Mid.
Got the wand. Sticky gets him.
Very nicely done there by Chris. Knows that he can go aggressive. There's nothing to put a stop to him.
That's very impressive stuff. I've seen these Zeus tend to just dominate the matchup many, many a time. So Chris, he goes for a different play, goes for the flame break, and it ends up working. There we go, Chris.
We say no.
Now, Whisper getting zoned off this bottom wave pretty heavily. It's been hard for him to get the farm so far down here.
Yeah, he even picks up like a cloak aura to deal with this magic damage and Snay. I mean, he's doing a great job of just catching the wave. Grabs it and he's just moving it over to where Matthew is over and over again.
That should help.
Matthew.
Oh. Gonna try and throw Snaking back. And Whisper has to come over to make sure the Snaking doesn't continue to chase down Matthew for the kill. I mean, he might go down. Oh, Matthew steps back up. He's relying on the stick charges and the fairy fire, and it will be enough to keep him alive. Matthew, he'll get out.
Be careful there, Matthew. He's got a salve. Gets delivered on the courier. We'll be able to heal up. And Chris just really pushing the limits of his hero right now.
Absolutely, yeah. 9 getting kept incredibly low in this mid. Still able to do well on the CS, though. 9, 11 for 7 against the 13 and 1.
But he is about 350 gold behind the Batrider. Just because of that kill.
And top lane, it looks like because is going to feel very little pressure.
Yeah.
It should be able to freely farm hit.
And that opens up Panda to be able to rotate. That can probably get the Zeus here. Yeah, they get the bounce back 9.
Now, TP's coming in, but nothing to be done to save the Zeus.
And he used the Heavenly Jump. I mean, he was dead anyway, but nice rotation. I mean, they're setting up for the double ruins. EG looking very comfortable with this draft here. And Chris, I mean, he had a good laning phase last time. It was just afterwards when he just, you know, kind of fed away some big kills and really bringing it to 9 this time. And Panda, he's actually staying near mid. He's looking for the glimpse play. Oh, no, 9. Oh, no.
He's...
Bye.
Back to base. And immediate tips there from the two of them.
Oh, and this Zeus needs to have a good game. He is the majority of damage for their draft to deal with this TB. I mean, EG, they're looking hot in these first 5 minutes. Especially Chris.
I mean, what was that? So just a lapse of judgment? Just a moment where you forget that the Disruptor's in the game? Or just he felt that he'd left the lane?
He probably just thought he left, yeah. Well, that's pretty brutal. I mean, Chris now has almost a 1.5 level advantage. He's going to hit 6 before, maybe even before the Zeus hits 5. And then he has, I mean, he's already had constant kill threat, now even more so. TB free farming, Bat free farming. Doom will have recovery outlets. Yeah, looking amazing for EG. They're already making the move again.
9.
Matthews mid. 9?
TPs are going to be coming in to try and help him out. See if Snake King's able to do enough to save him. That lasso's up. Chris is able to get him again.
Oh my God, they're
9's
ruining
game
him.
Continuing to just get completely dumpstered in the mid here by this pressure from EG.
I mean, that 33 and Skitter have their work cut out for them. The Zeus, he's the answer for the TB, but he is literally not getting to play Dota. This could be a pretty hard one for Tundra. They're going to have to work some type of magic to win this one. They have a bit of an unorthodox draft with the 4 DK, and the Zeus is just, yeah, completely shut down.
6-minute power runes. Aramis.
He might just die. There's a glimpse. Looking pretty dead.
It's looking like another killer for Chris. As you said, had a rough game last game, but this game, he is off to a fantastic start.
All right, off to game 3 we go.
Oh, you feel like this is actually that rough of a start?
I mean, it's
pretty rough.
It's pretty damn rough,
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you. It's a great TB game
Sure.
with the Lycan.
Complete free farm as well for this TB.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to always say it like 6 minutes in, but
Sure.
honestly, I don't know. Tundra, they're gonna have to do some crazy stuff to recover stuff like this. 9 is... He's just constantly a threat of dying when there's a Bat Rider that has this type of advantage, when there's a Disruptor to catch him and stuff like that. Maybe Chris just dies a couple times to get 9 back in the game. So, I mean, maybe Aramis, let's see, like maybe Aramis and Snake King can make some type of rotations to get some type of like chain stun kills onto Chris to get 9 back in the game. Okay, they'll get some stacks. That's the other thing. So, I was kind of joking about the GG, but I mean, it's definitely really painful, but they're gonna have stacks ready for 9. So that thing will be there to at least recover his game a bit there. So at least Aramis is getting them ready. But on the flip side, Chris, he also has stacks, so he's gonna jungle. They're gonna send the Disruptor mid, and they're gonna be very efficient with the way they play on the map, EG. Big stacks also for Whisper. I mean, these are massive stacks that they've been able to put up there for EG, as we saw.
Snake King was able to snipe one of the large creeps.
33 and Skitter, yeah, they're going to have their work cut out for them, and they're just going to have to make sure that they can allow 9 to be able to farm and get some type of stacks up, and also, honestly, just get like some kills with a Thunder God's Wrath just to secure his game back into a position that he can play.
See if they can set something up around the damage of this ult. Difficult though. Some tanky heroes on EG.
And Chris, yeah, he's going to farm up his stack now too. So his Boots of Travel are pretty much going to be finished already.
See what sort of time Mosquito's able to get this game. Top net worth at the moment for Tundra.
Yeah, it's fortunate for them that he's having such a good performance.
Yeah.
That's really the big difference maker. That I mean, they need him to. Him and 33 are just they're really gonna have to do so much here. Same thing for the 2 supports to be able to let 9 catch back up, and he's jungling up, but he's still very low level. It's a level 6 Zeus. The Bat Rider's level 9.
Again, snaking. Trying to do what he can to just mess around with that area that Tundra wants to... No, sorry, EG wants to get these stacks going. Gets that sentry down.
Chris, he's level 9. Aramis, level 3.
And they'll get him.
Very easy kill.
Comes back. The damage of Chris. Another one for the mid back. I'm trying to go on Whisper, but these two can't do it on their own.
Pakaz turning up to mid. Zeus so low level that Pakaz doesn't even feel threatened by him. Actually, he's level 8 now, so not that bad. Not the worst case scenario, but they're already hunting him immediately again. I mean, Chris, look at how aggressive he's playing.
Yeah, you know, he knows, especially with the low mana on 9, that
he's full zoning them. I mean, the tower's dead.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's gonna bottle up Pakaz too. He's got a rune in Pakaz. He is actually getting into the triangle himself. They've already cleared the stacks though. Fortunate there for the side of Tundra at the least. The silver linings. Chris with an invis. 33, he sees it coming. He gets out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Pakaz, if he wants to, he can swing over and start pressuring that top tier 1 tower. Bottom lane, they'll try and chase Whisper out. So again, just
not easy.
Not really able to do it with these two. And Whisper, he can touch Snake. He's got to be a bit cautious. He's still got the leaps.
And Whisper has a full mech. He's perfectly fine here. This will be one of the bigger comebacks I've seen in a while. You know, only like 6-0, 2K lead. It's just the heroes that he's up against and the way they've just really bullied 9. We'll see what he's going to be able to itemize and what they're going to be able to do to protect him.
Dire's middle tower.
All right, Whisper also, like, the thing is, like, when the Zeus is behind like this also, now it's just like, okay, you get like 1 or 2 pipes, something like that, and then the Zeus literally just doesn't do any damage in fights.
Skitter's going to play aggressive around this borrowed time, but there's a lot of EG here ready to return fire. The Static Storm's down. Kinetic Field as well. They've trapped the 2 of them. Skitter falling low. They've lost the 2, but both Skitter and Snaking taken out. Aramis also going to get chased down. He's into the flames of the Firefly as a 3rd will fall. They only end up losing Panda here. They take 3 and 33. He's got to hide in the trees, and they're looking for him.
Hey, they've got Lasso.
And they're blocking him off. His ult's about to finish as well. There's no escape for 33.
Doesn't even need to use Lasso.
They're going to be able to find a forfeit, EG.
Or maybe I wasn't kidding about GG.
I mean, that was... they forced that Tundra. They were going for that. You know, Skitter, he went in aggressively trying to use that borrowed time to play that fight, but they lose 4 heroes. They only get Panda.
Chris still has Lasso. He wants 9. Aramis, it's a support DK. He doesn't do a whole lot. Chris might just turn and kill him.
He's in with the lasso. He is on his own. Firefly and the flame break is going to be enough to take Aramis down.
Can they kill Chris though?
They're trying their best.
Big money if so.
He's got the wand.
Oh!
9, last bit of mana. But Chris, he's into the trees, he's away. And Chris is even turning.
Oh my God.
He will die, but not before he's able to bring down 9.
But you know what? 9 isn't the one who gets the kill. It's actually Snaking, so he's still super far behind. Oh, this is brutal, Owen.
A 12-2, 5k lead. And of course, whilst this is all going on, Pakaz just farming to his heart's content here. And this time round, it's on a hero that's definitely going to be quite scary, folk. This ain't no Doom that there's question marks about what's going to happen. This is a Terrorblade. He's going to hit these crazy timings, and the Terrorblade is going to be a problem.
Yeah, he's got it, like we said, incredible matchups versus the Lycan and versus that Abba.
Yeah,
and
the Zeus is a non-factor.
Yeah, exactly.
He's out of the game at the moment, 9. He's so far
Chris
behind.
He's literally just destroying the entire game by himself, 11-1.
And 9's dead again. The supports, they do on their own.
This could be a very quick call there from Tundra, honestly. Unless they see some type of way to be able to come back in this game, I'm not seeing it. Whisper, he has Hood. He's going to be able to go pipe. I mean, they're going to have all the answers for the Zeus, who already is answered.
I mean, what was sort of the biggest factor, do you feel, in that the game's starting to collapse as quickly as it seems to this game?
I mean, Chris just destroyed mid, and then they glimpsed back the Zeus. They're like, okay, Zeus is the only thing that we're actually afraid of, and they completely destroyed him in the first 6 minutes. Like, yeah, this is one of the most devastating starts I think I've ever seen. And we had a 12-minute GG in this tournament. That's the crazy thing. I mean, EG, this literally does feel like there's almost no comeback unless they just like kind of throw.
Yeah, it's just insane how much of a difference this game 2 is compared to game 1. Just goes to show, I guess, what really just down to EG having a much stronger approach with their draft this time, and as you should say, the early gameplay has been just incredibly crushing. Tundra, they've got to find a way back into this, but it's not easy.
Can they get supports? They will. Can they get Panda too? Looks like they should. Good support kills at least. Give 9 the kills. Won't be able to grab him. And Whisper, he pretty much has the pipe. We'll see that again.
Yeah. Matthew and Panda just enjoying themselves on their own in the jungle until scary Tundra will turn up. And the 2 supports, when they're outnumbered, they won't stand a chance. But, of course, continued space for the cause of EG.
Yep. Skeeter, I mean, his Radiance... Oh, no. Dropped water on keyboard. Wait, what the...
Oh, no.
We need a new keyboard now. They had to get a new mouse the other day. Now we might need a new keyboard.
I should be fine. Just shake it out a bit. Just a bit of water.
Oh, it was Matthew.
Uh-oh.
He's like, I'm dying. Oh, no. He knocks over his water. Okay, Skitter almost has Radiance. I mean, at the least, you know, Silver Linings, of course, they're trying to get these type of timings for their items. I mean, 9. This is going to be crazy if they're able to recover this.
He's looking for some more napkins.
I mean, is the keyboard going to be working,
you've had the takeaway, like, there must be some napkins in there still, and there was. There we go.
But the thing is, you got to test the keyboard afterwards. Because sometimes it just breaks it. Have you never had that?
It's just water. It doesn't...
You never had that where you put water in it, you click one button and the other button clicks, you click like W and you get commas that come out?
No.
Really? I've had that.
It's just a bit of water.
Okay. All right.
And they make the keyboards good nowadays. They don't. A little bit of water doesn't affect them. They'll be fine.
This will be a really impressive comeback, though. If Tundra is able to somehow mount this.
There we go.
Let's see if the keyboard works. Matthew, test it.
I think it'll be fine.
Okay, let's hope.
It'll be fine.
Maybe this is the comeback. The broken keyboard.
Let's have a look. That seems all good.
Okay, the G works. Tundra? All right. Alrighty. Is that a blink dagger? Oh, that's a blink dagger on the Rubik already, Matthew. Okay, I mean, he's pretty massive. He's got some great spells to steal, and this is a gap closer versus that Zeus even more. Even more so. Chris, I believe he has a BKB done too. BKB Bat, Pipe Doom, Blink Rubik, big timing.
Yeah, good luck to whoever gets found here on Tundra. EG, very strong right now.
Skitter. He's getting Moonlight Shadowed.
Can they take him down around the borrowed time?
They should be able to, because they have so much damage at this point.
Let's have a look. I'll get him in the kinetic field. It's the borrowed time out, and they will indeed have the lasso afterwards.
Whoops. They used the glimpse also. A little bit of a mess up there.
Okay. Yeah, still gets the job done.
Yep.
Now we'll slow down the Radiance. He had his relic done, Skeeter, but still about 700, 800 gold off the talisman to get the full Radiance done.
Kaz has meta. See where they look to go for EG. Tundra have their first item timing. Helm of Overlord is finished for 33, but into Roche, EG's gonna go. It's gonna die quick. Snaking and the Helm of Overlord will at least take the mid tower for now.
And what's Picard doing? He's going to BKB on the Skadi route next.
I mean, he's got Radiance queued up. He's memeing.
Wait, what?
He's memeing.
I mean, is he? Is there a chance?
I mean, he's gonna get a Radiance for free every time he uses Reflection on the Abba if he doesn't use Shield on himself first.
I mean, he has to be memeing.
He doesn't need it.
There's no way, right? He's memeing.
I mean,
if he buys Radiance and then they lose this game, that's gonna be a little bit awkward. I'm sure. We'll see what he does.
I mean, he'll just go standard items. He's memeing.
It's gonna be a BKB or a Skadi.
They did not give him the Aegis though. So you see he's getting poked a little bit.
I mean, would you give your Terrorblade an Aegis if you see he's got a Radiance queued up?
No, you'd give it to Chris.
Exactly. You're not, bro. You ain't touching the Aegis.
Matthew
is under attack.
trying to close the gap. 33.
Now, Chris is looking for his target. Look, he's just gone straight in on the backlines. He's looking for 9. He doesn't care about anyone else. Just goes in, BKB, lasso onto the Zeus, gets him out of the fight. Static Storm's going to be there to trap the Mirana, but the TP out was in time. They didn't have any further ways to stop that. So
Matthew's dying to creeps. They have a mech, though, and he'll be all right. And as game progresses, as levels come out more and more for Whisper, as we've seen multiple times, even though Lycan has Helm of Overlord, there's level 15 Doom talent, so he's just going to be able to eat that Ancient at some point soon anyway. More and more answers, of course, will be there for EG.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
There's the Radiance.
Second timing.
They're going again here, EG.
They're hunting.
Even without the lasso, they know they can get these kills. They're looking for 33.
No shapeshift. He's in trouble.
TPs are coming in. He tries to TP out, but the glimpse is there.
Matthew dies.
See if they can get anything more from this Tundra.
Skitter.
They try and chase down Chris.
They're on him.
Ready to help out, but indeed Chris is gone.
Okay. The Doom.
Drop it down onto the Abaddon.
Gonna take out Chris.
And Chris, he's getting taken down incredibly quickly on this
my
second life.
God.
He's gone again.
Alrighty. Able to stick on him.
Radiant's middle tower
The immediate, what, four-man TP that comes out from Tundra to get themselves a nice kill.
A Blink Dagger for Aramis off the back of that fight, picking up the gold.
Okay, I mean, baby steps. Doom on cooldown too for Whisper. Pakaz has meta though. And yeah, he of course has queued up the real items. Should be some comeback here from Tundra.
Yeah, these are still just all moves and plays where there's no Terror Blade that they're able to touch.
But Zeus, you know, if 9 is able to free cast in fights, if they're able to protect the Zeus, there are still the small hopes.
are fortified.
Does have Aether Lens, like his timings, I mean, they're pretty bad, of course, but like in comparison to how it was, there is small recovery. He literally has Lens, Kaya, and he has the Shard, so his damage, it's still there if he's able to cast the spells. They're looking to punish again, Chris. Does have BKB at the ready, he has Lasso. 9 shows himself a bit far forward.
Chris.
Oh,
he's going to get jumped himself, actually, Chris.
The arrow!
Aramis with the Dragon Tail, they've stun-locked the bat. They will pump their heels with the mech, but it's not enough to keep Chris alive. He's dead under the tier 2, and Tundra, they're going to try and dive in for more, pushing back at Panda and Whisper.
Here comes Pakaz.
And they've got to
They're going to get the stun on him, though.
Get the opening, they get the burst, Pakaz. Oh my goodness, he's able to get the Thunder off, but he's still
going down.
He's dead.
Oh my God, they're doing it.
Okay.
Tundra? I mean, Tundra making great moves, but EG, they're kind of crumbling here. The glimpse, it looks like a panic one.
I mean, they're losing a fight underneath their own tier 2 here to just the jumps of Tundra. Chris wasn't able to get that set up. He's the one who gets caught, and then Pakaz ends up turning up a bit too late to the fight. And at this stage, without BKB as such, he'll get caught by a stun. They've got the magical damage to threaten this Terror Blade, despite the fact that he's got so much gold on him.
They don't have Matthew's TP during that fight either. You see him just running fully across the map. I cannot believe what we're witnessing right now, Owen. Tundra.
Yeah, Pakaz just still gets the Manta and the Stunner, but it's too late. So a rough one here for EG. I mean, they must have felt it. They knew they were in control of this game, but they're giving it up here. That's Tundra. They're closing the gap.
Somehow. I mean, Chris, that's back-to-back where he just gets picked off. This time he doesn't even get the BKB off. EG. I mean, one more mistake and they're just behind in this game somehow. Tundra making better moves, and now they're actually starting to get pretty good items picked up here. Skitter is getting that farm, and Sneh, he actually is getting closer and closer toward a pipe himself. This is insane.
Pakaz needs to have at least his next time done before the fight. He's just 100 gold away from having the Scotty complete.
Okay. I mean, Tundra, though, they're the ones on the hunt. They're feeling good. 9, he actually almost has an Ethereal Blade, so his timings are actually now... He is pretty much tied with the Bat Rider. I cannot believe what we're witnessing. This is crazy stuff. The chain stun. The blink on Aramis and Snaking getting the chain stun with him. Okay, EG. See what you find now. It's a blink on Whisper.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
That's what he was going to go for. He's going to go in. Gets the Doom drop down onto Aramis though. The DK supports. Christie's trying to go towards Snaking, but the leaps are there. They'll take out Aramis. In turn, they lose Panda. Just a 1-for-1, and they were the team that had to use the Doom here.
And Chris, be careful. I mean, a 1-for-1 Doom used. I think Tundra's pretty happy with the runaway.
And look how much money's on 33.
Holy crap.
I mean, what do you think it will go for the Hex? That's the big pickup here for him?
I mean, it looks pretty good. These stunts have been very effective, right? To shut down any of the aggression that EG's been able to do. I mean, Skitter he's fully recovered. Nine's fully recovered. Everyone is fully recovered. Because it feels like he needs BKB to be able to run into them now.
Yeah, he's going to go for it next, of course, after the Skadi, but it'll take a bit of time to get there.
Unbelievable stuff. Tundra. I mean, E-Blade's done. Yeah, 9. He literally has it done if he wants to commit for it. And he will. He's going to have it for the defensive potential and the aggressive potential. And Skitter pretty much has Manta, so he'll have Dispel versus that Reflection that we were talking about from earlier. They're even setting up Pakaz.
They're going to look to jump him. Aramis is in. Orb the man to dodge. And we'll be able to steal the Dragon Tail, and this time around, Chris will find the target. Gets him with the lasso onto 9. 9. He'll try and jump out of this one. There's no escape. He'll get taken out. We'll see if they can turn towards Skeeter as well.
Yeah, they should get him. They're completely ditching him.
Try and block off his escape. And after the borrowed time, no further way to survive here for Skeeter.
Back to business. Pakaz, this time he's ready. Gets the Manta dodge as a backup.
He's got eyes on Snaking. Only momentarily though, Snaking. We'll get away with this Invis rune.
And a big steal for Matthew now. He has the instant stun.
I mean, Matthew's still looking, and
we'll find him. Stun. Hey.
Chris is here, so is Whisper with the damage. They'll pick up another EG. Back to reclaiming that lead that they had before.
And they should know that ward's there as well. They saw Snaking place it when he did reveal. 33 did commit, so he does have an Hex finished up to be able to go for that chain stun, but EG, they're refining their footing.
Yeah, Pakaz still in that top spot. Yeah, well, once he does have BKB, which thanks to that last fight, he's very close to. Yeah, that's the point where you'll really feel the power of there's just this immense amount of farm that the Terrorblade has right now.
Yeah, then he's back to business.
He turns up, bots the BKB, nobody's going to be able to touch him. As long as he gets that BKB off.
As long as he does.
Still saw the threat of getting caught in a chain stun.
I mean, they still will have all the protection that we were mentioning earlier. Just Tundra made some magic happen before getting those type of chain disables onto these heroes. Whisper, he also has BKB, so triple BKB on the cores. Yeah, they're back in a comfortable spot. Buying the gem also, gonna be able to clear out that vision, and they're gonna look to force a fight. Still can't believe Tundra even mounted that type of defense there for some time.
See what Tundra want to do now. The items for Skeeter, you know, he's got some of those first two big cool ones in the build-up, but not really until he has the blink and then the basher that he can sort of start fights on his own.
This is a good farming tool, though. He can send the Radiant Illusions to the side lanes and get the lanes pushed. We'll cut the mid wave. He's going to cut the bottom wave. Roche, 58 seconds.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Tundra gonna look for a fight. If they can keep 9 alive, he still will delete heroes. Just it's a lot harder now versus the BKBs.
Now scout things out with the Thunder God's Wrath, and they'll go with a jump onto Matthew.
Chain stun comes out. It's only on Matthew though.
Difficult to find more. Chris has got a haste rune.
Aramis is hunting though, but
Matthew's gonna fight back. Yeah, Doom. They'll get the Doom drop down onto Skeeter. Aramis is out of the fight. And Pakaz with the Metamorphosis. They'll bring him down low. The borrowed time's popped. As soon as it comes to an end, Picard and Whisper, they'll be ready to finish him off.
They might be able to get Chris out of all this, though. He's being chased. Will be able to get away. Yes, he will. And
Panda
gets thinking also.
Drops the static stone on the kinetic field. Onto the Mirana. Matthew coming in with a fade bolt. As they'll look to clear out the dragon here. Yeah, they're able to swallow it here. Whisper able to eat it. Lasso's back up. The snaking. His escape put to a stop. EG. They'll get the kills, and with that, they'll be able to move into the pit, finish this Roshan.
Shield stolen as well. Probably the best spell that Matthew can steal this game. Able to throw it onto Panda, save him. And yeah, back fully to business. I mean, it was a little bit of a hiccup there, of course. The Tundra was able to work some of their magic. But now, those 3 BKBs, they're devastating. And Doom hitting 15 just eats the Ancient, so it's not a threat either. Whew. I think they were trying to sweat a little bit, though, after those consecutive plays from Tundra, but knowing their timings.
Yeah, no chance of a steal here.
No.
Tundra unable to get out towards the pit in time. It's all EGs. Cars grabs that Aegis. Now well on the way towards his next time as well.
He is massive. Had that one slip up where he showed up to the fight, got blown up, but feels much more difficult now versus the BKB and his next item, his big damage one.
Very likely to have the money to get the Daedalus to fill out that slot once the Aegis comes to an end in the next fight. I mean, what will Tundra's approach be now during this sort of Aegis on the Terrorblade?
Just try to catch some strays in the back lines. A head-on fight just feels very difficult because the 3 BKBs, they just run right through them. And the fact that Doom can just eat the Lycan creep. Got a career kill, but it's pretty insignificant. I feel like EG just don't play into Tundra's game. Play your own game, and you shouldn't feed up kills. The stun, it'll catch, but
nice arrow.
Tough to commit into.
And they don't know what else lies behind Chris. And in fact, it's not what's behind him, it's what's behind them as EG smokes up and swinging around to catch Tundra on the retreat.
Doom's at the ready for Whisper.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's able to get the jump in towards Aramis. Aramis turns with the Dragon Tail, but Matthew's got the grab on him. Skeeter's attempting to help out with a missed coil and an aphotic shield, but it won't save Aramis.
I mean, Chris is on the prowl.
They can try and get something more. 33's able to get the ults off, and he'll start to run. Chris jumps in. Look towards snaking. 33's out with the TP. No, he's not. They can stop it in time. They get in as Whisper slams down with the Infernal Blade. They get the glimpse back. He's still got the movement speed of his ult here to run away into the trees. The jump force there from Matthew. Telekinesis up again. They take 33 down.
And they have vision up top. They're immediately TPing over. They don't want Tundra to be moving around on the map at all. 9, he's found immediately. The Doom. Whoop. Whoop.
Oh, hiding around the trees.
Now he doesn't have to Doom.
That's true. He gets the kill without it. Aphotic shield.
Now he can throw it on Skeeter.
Static Storm's going to get dropped down. And now, indeed, the Doom laid down onto Skeeter. Snaking, watching from the side, but Chris is on top of him. Snaking to fall. And once again, this is going to be Skeeter going down. Regardless of what the borrowed time offers him, he's still dead. Whisper taunting him.
Whew. I mean, this would have been a pretty insane comeback from Tundra. But yeah, back to business. It's been a while now that Tundra's been able to find a single type of kill. I think it's been, yeah, about 8 minutes since they found anybody here. EG. I mean, definitely got a little bit scared for a moment there for them, but they did refine their footing, played around their timings, and Pikaz, he's an absolute monster onto the high ground.
I mean, some of the kills this game with Chris, it was 17, 3, and 5 on the bat this game, Chris.
Brax likely to fall.
See what they can do to slow this down, Tundra, if anything. Oh. A lot of burst. If they can poke that Aegis out of him, they can't. Pikaz gets the Thunder off onto Panda. They're going to try and come in here with the ultimate. They get the Dragon Tail, jump forward, Skeeter's in on top of it.
That's one death.
Can they take him out a second time? It's a lot of backup here. The arrow. Oh, perfectly timed there by Snaking. It's enough to take him out a second time, all right. The defense comes in from Tundra. And they didn't lose the melee round. Hex is there as well, onto the Doom. They chase on for a second kill. The dust is out. Whisper's gone.
Holy crap.
Tundra,
What the
they
heck?
push them back and they keep their barracks alive.
I mean, they have no, what, they have no Force Step, they have no Rubik Shard? Yeah, I guess so, Matthew. I mean, he's going for Aeon Disc rather than having the Shard to save his buddy. Yeah, they just full CC Pakaz. Okay.
Definitely a bit of a concern. You know, if EG are still suffering in these sort of defenses from Tundra whilst they're this far ahead, whilst Pakaz is this farmed, something's going wrong that shouldn't be.
I feel like EG's probably like, what is going on? How are they doing this to us?
I mean, as you say, I guess they just didn't in that moment have the ways to bail Pakaz out of there.
The prize is mine.
Insane stuff. I mean, Tundra have gotten themselves a gem now. I cannot believe what is going on. This is so crazy. Ag's now on 9, so his damage, it is there if he's able to get the spells off. That is the one thing too, right? It's like in the base, 9 is protected to be able to get all those spells up, but still it's ridiculous stuff that they're being able to do here versus EG. I mean, they even get the top tower, so they actually have the exact equivalent exchange.
Well, what's the next move now for EG?
Wait till Pakaz is up, meta's back up, and then just go fight. But you have to find the Zeus.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Snaking.
attack.
Now he has two pretty good item timings also for him. Well, item and level. He's got pipe and he's got the 15 talent. I think this is something that people overlook a lot of times. The Moonlight Shadow grants evasion. It is really, really strong. The whole duration of that Moonlight Shadow, you do get just a free 20% evasion. Maybe that could be a difference maker as well to protect 9. And Matthew, yeah, he's got his Aeon Disc completed, and then he is queuing up the Shard. I mean, he definitely needs some type of way to protect Pakaz if they're not going to play careful.
Yeah, they've got to get him out of this sort of Dragon Tail into Arrow combo that's caught him a fair few times now. EG, out with the smoke. Arcane Rune as well, ready for Chris.
That's a big one. 20 as well in a second. But the push, I mean, look at the top push. No, 33, he is starting to send some wolves up there, sending his dragon. Chris, who's he going to find?
Don't catch Snake.
He'll find Snake. Ooh, and a stolen Moonlight Shadow. That's a big steal. 9 will get away. 33, he's been spotted. Chris, he's on him.
He has got BKB, but Lasso is indeed there. He'll try and go for the Hex into the TP, but they'll catch him with a glimpse. The BKB comes out now. See if they've got enough damage to take him out through this BKB.
He can just run. Will they have the chase and catch? BKB's wearing off. Another glimpse in 5. They should have him.
Yeah, they keep control of him here with Whisper, getting him with the stomp and the blade. But the top rack's still taking damage. The range rack's nearly to full. They'll try and finish it here with the dragon, but the backdoor protection kicks in. And if anything, EG is just going to be able to clean up some extra gold here. Plus 250 for Chris.
Tundra just somehow still making this competitive is super impressive. Keeping their farm going, but now they're getting caught a couple times. EG, 50 seconds till we see that Roche spawn. Pakaz still absolutely massive as well.
What do we go? He finished off the Hurricane Pike.
Yep.
And he is indeed going to be looking for the Lincoln Sphere just to make sure he has something to protect him from these initial stuns.
He had it queued earlier, and then he swapped because he's like, no, I do not. Why am I going defensive item in this type of game when we have this advantage? But now feeling like he might need it himself too. Whisper, or actually no, I was Chris, sorry. Chris actually has a Lincoln's also, so a secondary form of protection.
We'll see the Roshan time in 10 seconds. So if it's going to be anything that EG can take advantage of whilst they start to take back over the map.
40 seconds until those neutral items in well, and it's about a minute spawn, so.
Dire's bottom tower is under
In the
attack.
open field, EG have definite fight advantage. In the base, Tundra, if they're able to keep Zeus alive, that's where perhaps he can do those type of plays onto Pakaz. Still difficult. But you can see the small angles for them to try to come back in this one still. As I mean, 33 keeps doing very good split pushing here. That Shard doing work, 35 seconds till Roche. Tundra, they're going to look for an angle. The vision, though, it is claimed by EG, and they are, at the moment, on the high ground.
Getting into this. They're going to look to get the jump onto the DK. Whisper, he's looking for a bigger Doom target, though.
9 jumps in!
He's going to go straight over towards the Zeus, and the Doom's going to be there. Doom enter the lasso, 9 gets caught.
He jumped into them.
And now EG's going to try and push on for more. Picard stepping forward with the Metamorphosis. There will be the Hex thrown down the way of the Terror Blade. There was a buyback for 9. Static Storm gets laid down. Picard's able to put the BKB. Turns over towards the Abaddon. Boratine's going to be there for Skeeter, but the stun control's there for Whisper. Skeeter held in position. Glimpse back as well. As Skeeter cannot stand the damage coming out here from Picard. Skeeter will fall out for 80. No buyback on him. And they're going to look to chase out 9-9. He bought back for this. It looks to be a dieback as 9 also out for 100.
And Roche is up. They can go claim it. There's no way that Tundra, of course, contests with these heroes dead. 9 jumped into them there. EG completely ready for this fight.
Was it sort of some sort of like awkward misplay with the angle where he was trying to jump elsewhere and happened to turn before he pressed it, do you think?
I honestly don't. It looked like he literally was just trying to jump in and just get some burst damage, but he jumps into 4 heroes.
And they were quick to go for him. You saw the patience from Whisper in that, just holding off on the Doom until he sees that Zeus. And then as soon as that's down onto him, Chris has got the follow-up lasso. There's no chance for 9 to survive. Off the back of this dieback, a lot of space for EG to push in and do some serious damage to the base. Maybe even more.
Maybe even all 3. All 3 lanes here. At least 2, and then potential just go back for Roche. Whisper, he's going to be the one that goes back to answer the split push that's been going on. 33 is actually maybe going to get a Rax himself, though. He gets the range Rax. Snaking.
Armrest trying to hold Chris off, but did Lincoln's protect him. Whisper's going to head back. Doesn't want to run the risk of losing a melee Rax up there.
2 sets taken. Because he's going to go back for the Roche.
Back to building up this huge lead again. 20k advantage for EG. This game 2 very much turned on its head from what we had in game 1.
I mean, they've had pretty firm control the whole time. Just Tundra's been making some unbelievable plays with some of their risky moves.
And they're going to try and go for another one here, Tundra. They're coming out with the smoke.
It's already dead.
Armrest gets the jump onto Matthew, but the Aegis will be there. As Matthew tries to head away, the damage still done, though. Matthew will fall. They get the Aegis pick up onto Picard's. Cheese is going to go the way of Chris.
Meta back up in 8 seconds. They get the glimpse.
Thunderstrike as well, but still snaking. Too speedy for Picard's to chase down. Skeeter pops the Lincolns with the missed call. Skeeter's going to try and jump the backlines. Attempts to get onto Panda, but Panda's got a Ghost Scepter. The turn over towards Whisper instead with the illusions, but sort of trapped and left behind here. Skeeter in the court in the kinetic field.
They found
Chris
9.
Takes out 9 again. Picard finishes off snaking. The Doom dropped down onto Skeeter. It's going to be another fight that's easily falling in the favor of EG. As Picard steps over to help take down Skeeter again. And 33, he attempts to try and get over to help his Abaddon, but he cannot close the gap. As he'll also get found, take it out here, Aramis, onto the cliff, tries for an ambitious TP. It won't happen. 3 dead on Tundra, neither of them with buyback. Only 33 and Snaking left alive, and maybe not even for long. 33 also found.
They should be able to end. They don't have a wave at the moment, though, but they should just be able to push forward with it. Once it gets there, they have so much time. This has been one of the more bizarre games, I feel like, in a very long time. It's 14-40. EG smashing, but Tundra somehow found some miraculous stuff going their way. Because, though, he wants out of this one, and they call it.
And he'll get it, yeah. GG, it's called, as Evil Geniuses will take this game too. And